Hi, my name is Caleb Baptista, and this is my 2014 Brightsparks project, the RC Seed Spreader. I came up with this idea when I saw an article in the news stating the difficulty department or conservation workers have spreading seeds around highly forested areas. My solution to the problem was this. So let's see how it works. Starting off, we have a 9-volt battery over here, providing a power supply for servos over here, and underneath the plane. Next, we have a motor with a propeller attached to it. This motor provides the thrust needed to keep the plane moving in the air. Over here, we have an 11.1 LiPo battery. This battery provides a power supply for the motors and for the circuits. Over here, we have a voltage regulator used to regulate the 9 volts from the 9-volt battery down to 5 volts for the servos. Then we have 2 pickaxes. Each pickaxe is connected to its own radio module, one over here and one over here. The pickaxe 08M2, the smaller one, is the microcontroller controlling what the servos do depending on the data it gets from the radio module over here. Over here is a 14M2 pickaxe. This controls the speed of the motor. It sends commands, servo commands, to the ESC over here, electronic speed controller. The electronic speed controller uses the servo commands to determine the speed of the brushless motor over here. Over here we have the servos controlling each air horn, and depending which air horn is up, it turns the plane at that certain direction. Over here is the other servo, and that controls the other air horn. Coming down to underneath the plane, we have another servo. This is the third servo. It's connected to a flap over here, which opens it when the command is given and lets seeds drop down. Coming over to the transmitter now, we have a few push button switches. One's over here. When this is pressed, it transmits the signal to the plane to tell the seeds for the servo to open up to drop the seeds. Next we have 2 push buttons. One controls the plane moving left and the other controls the plane moving right, depending on which switch is pressed. We have 2 pickaxes. One is connected to an accelerometer over here. This accelerometer calculates the degree that the remote is at, and depending on the degree the motor is at, it sends out a variable that is received by the plane to determine the motor speed. When I tilt the remote forward, like this makes the motor faster. When it's straight, the motor moves at a medium speed, and when I tilt it backwards, it reduces the speed of the motor till eventually it stops. Each pickaxe is connected to its own radio transmitter. Over here is 2 status LEDs. It tells which transmitter is transmitting data at the current time. Coming over here, we have a switch. This switch just turns on and off the power for the transmitter. Let's see the plane in action. I'm going to start the motor at a low speed, as shown by the remote being tilted downwards. I'm now going to increase the speed. I'm now going to turn the motor off. Over this year, I've had fun making this project, despite a few difficulties that I've come across. For example, the transmitters were interfering with one another, meaning that the servos and the brushless motor couldn't work at the same time. This was obviously the problem, so I had to change the code so that one transmitter would be working while the other one was off, so that they wouldn't interfere with one another. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and also hope that one day my project can be used to help the Department of Conservation. Thank you for watching.